Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome one and all to another amazing match in Link to the Past Randomizer League Week 6, All Dungeons Key Sanity. Today we have Hylian Rhapsody with DieselMartini versus Spoiled Leftovers with dazedcloud. The races are getting ready to go today, and I am here, Rive Sontek, commentating together with Toplife. How you doing, Toplife?
I'm doing good. It would be nice to watch my old teammates duke it out here in dazedcloud.
Yeah, you used to be part of Spoiled Leftovers, if I understand correctly.
Yeah, I pulled out this season because the time zone issues became too big. But I'm really fan of this team, so.
And they seem to be doing very well. 27 points halfway through week 6. Only 2 matches next week as well. So they have a very good chance if they don't already have their spot locked in for the playoffs. And the races are off.
Yeah, and we see probably a regular Uncle start here. Well, Daisy is more likely just going straight to Kakariko.
Yeah, that is indeed what it looks like. DieselMartini setting up that tree pull. Dazed pulled out a Dark Palace small key from Sanctuary. So that's actually a really nice key, of course, to find early because you need a lot of them.
Yeah, one is always nice. It tells decent about logic. This guy's actually doing Hylian here. Since it's key sanity, money is a little bit short usually, so it's a nice opener. But it's still not something I would recommend for how I do things.
It takes up quite a bit of time, of course, and if you do end up picking up 1 or 2 300s, it's kind of time wasted.
Yeah, it's a time investment, but it's a safe play. So.
And checking the other checks that each player has done. Also, the tier 1 tree pool was large magic refills, which is a very nice thing to find out and remember.
Yeah, like it's surprising. Like just the early magic can be nice in so many situations. Like if you grab some medallions, you can start using it immediately with the sword, or even more importantly, the magic bat is quite often overseen by a lot of people.
Oh yeah, if you have a very early hammer and magic powder, but haven't found any magic refill yet, so that doesn't do you any good. And there's a bow in the woods. Well, I guess it kind of belongs there, doesn't it?
Yeah, so bow with with that Palace of Darkness small key, it makes that play a bit earlier if they find an early play. Or even better if they find the Eastern Palace big key. It's probably what they want right now.
Yeah, the Eastern Palace big key being the only thing holding them, holding Diesel, and soon Dazed back from clearing Eastern Palace. Of course, for Palace of Darkness, they'll need, I think, a couple more keys, a big key, and of course, the entirety of Dark World access.
Yeah, like they have pretty much everything they will need for Palace of Darkness for a while. Like logic speaking, there won't be anything else pulling over than the 5 chests unless they found like 3 or 4 Palace of Darkness keys.
If I remember it correctly, you need 3 keys to clear it fully. If you don't open the front door and can hammer jump.
No, that's 4 keys.
I thought it was. Is that 4 keys? Okay, then I'm.
Yeah, hammer jump says 1, and not opening the front door says 1.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. See, if I remember it correctly, now I saw there was a big key on the racing game. dazedcloud is gonna go pick that up, and we'll find out what that is shortly. Wow. Wow. As far as early big keys go, that is a really nice find. Of course, Daze doesn't know yet that bow is waiting for him in the woods, and I think we'll see him go there very soon.
It is very likely that the fire rod or the lamp will show up now, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, to put those complete in logic. Now,
You have two things now that points you towards Armus Knights, so it's something that you want to prioritize, but it's not
Definitely.
logic yet. And sometimes when you're following logic and you just expect something and then it never shows up, that also happens.
Oh yeah, and then it ends up being somewhere way in the back. Now, of course, these players can go and clear Eastern Palace with or without those fire rod and a lamp, but I mean, we're thinking it's likely that they'll find it, considering how this seed seems to be screaming "Go to Eastern." Diesel lost a little bit of time going into well earlier, not having any bombs, having to go back in to clear that out.
Yeah, that's always the risk by going directly to the... Well, no, he did Uncle Start, never mind. So it's unlikely that you don't find any money or bombs before it, but it happens.
Yeah, he did get a 50 rupee drop somewhere, and so he went to go and buy some bombs. So that's 2 more Palace of Darkness keys in Kakariko, 1 in the well and 1 in in Blind's hideout. So that's already 3 keys.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit suspicious about there's another Palace of Darkness key somewhere he's left available right now. Or even if they even if they find a 4th key very soon, I actually suspect there's actually 6 keys out there somewhere.
Yeah, usually you don't see the 6th key until they're already done with Palace of Darkness, but it's a nice thing to have, making the routing a little bit easier if you do happen to chance on it.
Yeah, this mode is a lot about reading logic and yeah, if you just how quickly you find items can usually pinpoint how deep you need to go into dungeons too.
There was a small key on the library ledge, on the library shelf. Players have also picked up a small key and a big key for Turtle Rock, so that's also a little bit less hunting that they're going to need to do. They, of course, do still need at least 2 more small keys to Turtle Rock. And they will need these things no matter what, because of course, since this is all dungeons, every single dungeon, crystal or pendant, will have to be cleared, as well as both Gannis Tower and Castle Tower. So both players are done with Uncle, Woods, and Kakariko, and we're seeing Diesel go South Shore, and I'm thinking Daze will be doing the same thing. Oh, not quite. He's actually making his way through Eastern.
Daze lacked some bombs, so I agree that he should do Eastern first.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. I didn't notice that he was missing the bombs.
You usually want to do minimal arm cave even if it points towards Eastern, just because that's something you just usually do anyways. But if you're lacking the bombs, that's
Well, he's filled up on bombs now, as Diesel has found the map to Palace of Darkness, not really going to help us. And we're gonna see what's in Saha's closet. As Diesel gets some extra bombs. And the green pendant is in Swamp Palace.
yeah, that's probably not something you want to see if you're thinking about a hookshot. But there's a
well, there's
rod.
the fire rod in Saha's closet. Yeah,
So
you were saying.
Things points towards Armus Knights, so it's actually not unreasonable to just say, no, I'm not going to get that big key chest in Eastern Palace, but that's also kind of risky since it's all dungeons. I would be more up for that play if it wasn't all dungeons, keys ante.
And in Mini Molarm, if we find the power gloves ice rod, and a small key to Skullwoods.
Yeah, and considering we are starting to have some nice Turtle Rock keys already.
Yeah, with that one key you can already, and the fire rod easily available, they're just missing that red cane to already check, I think, 4 chests?
Yeah, but even more if they find 2 more Turtle Rock small keys. Then, that Turtle Rock place is quite... But it's still far away from it. They still need another glove, they still need a hammer.
Oh yeah, and whatever medallion is needed there.
Yeah, and a cane.
And the cane. I'm just chuckling a bit at the fact that you were saying that, oh yeah, we're gonna be finding the lamp or the fire rod soon, and of all places we find it in Zaha's closet.
Yeah, it kind of showed it, pointed towards, but
Now the big key chest is not in logic in Eastern Palace, but this is not like gonna let that hold him back. He's going to be picking that one up as well. As we see the Moon Pearl in Ice Rod Cave on Diesel's side, with the gloves in Mini Moldorm, and that Moon Pearl, they're just a hammer or a second glove away from Dark World access.
Yeah, another check that's kind of tempting to wait until we got the flute. I know some people like to skip that. But that's probably not the best choice in this seed.
Yeah, good thing he didn't check. He didn't skip that because, of course, that Moon Pearl is ever so important. And Fake Flipper will lead Diesel here to the Hobo out of logic as DazedCloud gets the big key chest in Eastern out of logic. But just some love on the Hobo side.
Looks like he has slight issues since he doesn't have a sword yet in the dark rooms there.
Yeah, sword is of course really useful to see what way you're actually moving. But he makes it through no problem. And with that Moon Pearl, Diesel will be able to go and get the waterfall cave here and come back out to be water walking. Oh, I missed it. What was in the big key chests?
I guess I missed it too.
And the red cane in the waterfall chest, as well as another small key to Palace of Darkness. That makes 4 keys to Palace of Darkness, making it full clearable. If they just have the big key, and can do, of course, hammer jump and skip the front door. Now, skip the front door is doable, but it does make it quite a bit of a longer run through.
So that sword on the ledge there was quite interesting. He hadn't cleared Eastern Palace yet, so he could probably just have Ancilla deletion if he had practiced that.
Yeah, I find, from personal experience, I found that one very hard to do because the Ancilla deletion, you have to be very quick because not only do you have to jump into the water, you also have to jump down the waterfall, and you have to be very quick to make it down there because you need to catch both within the time frame.
Yeah, it's not the easiest by far. Personally, I would probably just wait to checking the ledge until you know you can grab it, or checking Sora with it. Like I'm not sure it helps in that much that knowing the sword is there right now.
Yeah, no, it's a bit away, and of course out of logic. Actually, no, he does have the glove, so it's I know he needs a flipper to get that. Never mind, not what I'm saying. Now we missed one chest in the back of Escape of what Diesel got there, but in the meantime, Dazed has cleared his first dungeon at 13 minutes and 20 seconds and gets a crystal as a reward.
Now, did we see what Armor's Nice dropped, since it's kind
A
of
map
pointless to
to
work there?
Desert Palace.
Okay, so everything was just bait then, I guess.
What do you mean? That map is valuable.
I love when logic just throws you a bait sequence.
But DazedCloud will be picking up his ice rod as well as his gloves very soon in Mini Moldorm. If he goes that way anyway, and doesn't go over to Desert Palace, but that would confuse me if he would go to Aginas right now.
It depends on how thorough you want to be. Like, if you think you have a brand, I know a lot of people like to play a little bit more safe. And if you want to play it safe, you want to do it immediately after the dam, and not.
Well, there he goes. He's doing it. Is that as you said? Still confuses me a bit, but you are absolutely right. You don't. If you want to be thorough, then you can just go right now and immediately check as well what's on that desert ledge. These has found the first key to Castle Tower in the meantime.
Always a key I want to find in all dungeons. That's one of the two most hated keys I know about in this mode.
Yeah, this mode tends to often have that second key come very late into the game.
But it's technically out of logic until you find that Harl Castle small key. Another key that likes the... Like, if there's a lot of things pointing to one place and then you go there and you find the Harl Castle small key, that's happened way too often to me.
So, in the meantime, Daze has also found the Ether Medallion. And we're going to be seeing some mirror play as the players retrace each other's steps. Diesel go into South's Closet and then probably Eastern while he's here, as DazedCloud is going to be making his way to Mini Moldorm and hopefully for him, Ice Rod Cave. And making quick work of those Mini Moldorms with that Fire Rod that he picked up at Eastern.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't have a sword yet. Then I could have used that Ether Medallion. So,
And make even quicker work of it, absolutely.
yeah, that's so, always so satisfying, just killing those with the Ether Medallion.
And I'm wondering if we're going to be seeing DazedCloud go up to Zora's Domain as well. I'm kind of expecting it with that Moon Pearl allowing you to water walk out of the cave. Oh wait, but he doesn't have the money required to go for Big Zora though.
Yeah, you lack the money, and it's kind of slow. Again, if you want to be thorough, you do it. It's not the biggest fan of it. If you had added boots, I would have done it 100%. But...
He just pulled open that rock. I'm wondering if he was just killing time, or if he's actually prepared to go in there to farm rupees so that he can go to Zora's Domain and actually... No, he's saving quitting.
Yeah, that would be way too much farming. It's probably worth it.
And now we're gonna get to see what was actually in that first chest in the back of Escape.
So what do we actually have left in Logic now? Do we have Dark Cross? Is that everything?
Do they have the key to Hyrule Castle?
You don't need that if you walk through the front door.
Oh, yeah, of course, yes, yeah. So yeah, that's still available, and in Logic with the Fire Rod.
If they find a cave, they can check Agnes Tower, I guess.
You can check Aghanim Tower with a cape, but of course you do need a sword if you want to go all the way through. So you kind of want to. Those first two chests are available fairly early though, but without a lamp, that second chest is a bit more annoying.
Yeah, and I just thought that the castle tower key is out of logic too, so yeah, probably not there.
And more mimic play as dazedcloud now does the front of escape, as Diesel is doing the rest of Eastern Palace. But I'm trying to think, and yeah, there really isn't much else.
Ah, there's a bottle barrel.
We missed that one on. Well, I missed that one on Diesel's side, so that brings Sick Kid into play. Yeah, I'm trying to think. There's really not much left that is in logic.
Yeah, you probably want to do Dark Cross first, just in case. Well, the nice thing with the Sikir is that you can probably jump straight into Dark World from there, getting a quite nice starting point.
Yeah, I'm expecting one of them to be holding the hammer.
Yeah, unfortunately they don't have a sword to make that starting point really good, and then you can kill Mothra with it if they want to try it with 6 hearts.
Yeah, 6 heart Mothra with green mail, you'd never want to have to do it. It is not fun. And Diesel here using that B.
Yeah, that's actually quite nice in this room. Oh, the magic drop there is probably even better.
As dazedcloud Death Orbs back to the start, and he's gonna go check Dark Cross.
Diesel farming Ruby, I wonder what it is thinking about with that extra money. You can't do Sora with it, and you kinda had enough money for the Dark World so far with this current amount. Or maybe like the few rupees if you're expecting the hammer to be here, so you can go bad.
Dark Cross has the hammer. Let's go!
Now, if I had a sword there, I would probably just start the Sanctuary, but without the sword, I kind of feel like Hype Cave Opener is the best.
Yeah, those 5 checks there will quickly pay off, hopefully for him. So let's get ready to raid that Hype Cave. As Diesel enters the almost 9th fight, setting himself up for the quick kill. Ooh, gets hit by one of the knights and making it a little bit slower.
Yeah, too bad it had the wrong direction there, it looked nice.
Dark Palace Bicky in Hype Cave. And 300 making Big Zora available. That's big key to Palace of Darkness with already 4 small keys to Palace of Darkness. Actually, Diesel has 4 keys. Daze does not.
I guess the dark key was among the water checks then?
Yes, it was in the waterfall together with the red game.
Yeah,
Oh,
so...
Go.
Yeah, it points towards Palace of Darkness. I'm not totally sure I would have gone there quite yet without the 4th key. But it certainly points towards that direction, so I'm not surprised dazedcloud is heading over there now. I expect he does that over Catfish.
With the big key and 3 keys available, you can't check everything, but you can check a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. And you kind of already have completed Eastern Palace, so not having the mirror when going over there is also not that important anymore. But it brings me warm and goes to Catfish.
Yeah, they don't like doing what we say, apparently. As DieselMartini maneuvers through, I was about to say the dark, but apparently not so dark. He's using his fire rod to light that area up. And gets his hammer for Dark World access as well.
But also the Helvasaur fight will be quite interesting too, with the current item sets.
How so?
Hammer only.
They have a bow.
They need to ensure that they have enough arrows for the last phase, etc. That's easily forgotten about. And also, like, you can't really use a hammer efficiently on the last phase without the sword, I think.
I'm sorry, 1 rupee from Catfish. But how so? How does that work that you need the sword to use the hammer more efficiently on the last phase?
I think you need a sword to extend the hammer hitbox a little bit further, so you can't really... I'm not totally sure about that.
Yeah, I've never tried using the hammer on the last phase. Always use either bow or sword. Wouldn't really know how to go about it with just a hammer.
Yeah, there was a race I saw a while ago, which both persons tried to do it without with the current equipment, and I think they both ran out of arrows when trying to hit them in the final phase, and neither of them managed to finish it off down.
And it's not that many arrows that you actually need to hit, but of course, if you miss a few, it quickly adds up. And now we see some route diversions. After a hype cave, we get a sword from Stump Kid for DieselMartini as dazedcloud makes his way towards Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, and then with the sword, it's easier to navigate in the dark rooms, it's easier to kill a boss. It's a lot more tempting for Diesel than what it is for dazedcloud. You also have that 4th key out of sequence.
And that's all gonna help him out when he does finally go to Palace of Darkness. He'll be able to do just more and faster.
The question is, how greedy do you want to be? Because you clear it out even faster with the 5th key.
Yeah, keeping the front door closed makes you force you to go around a lot through the right side, and they also don't have a mirror to speed up their movement. It's a whole thing. Looks like Dazed will be opening that front door here.
Yeah,
or not.
I totally see. Well, opening the front door is usually the correct play. It takes just too long to go around. But with 3 keys, then you can gamble, leaving a 1 in logic chest behind, and you can clear out the back. Fully, if that's your choice.
And DieselMartini now making his way in the direction of bot as well. Probably going to be checking Pyramid Ledge first. Or not, he's just going right for it.
So dazedcloud has an option here to try for a bomb jump over to that small chest if you would wanted to. It's cool, I haven't seen much of it, but I've seen some of it in this tournament.
And usually people make use of boots, but of course, what do you do if you don't have boots? So what I'm expecting here is that we're gonna see the from these guys that we're gonna not these guys, from DieselMartini that we're gonna see the big key chest staying closed, and this got both big key chest and harmless hellway, but that they're both gonna clear out Palace of Darkness. There's a sword in Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, that's really nice.
And that will be DieselMartini's master sword, and there's a mirror and a lamp.
Okay, all the worries of going Palace of Darkness early is clearly...
That's an interesting glitch.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one before. I have just walked usually back in the dark there, but I guess it has to do with the lamp going out, I guess, or the torch.
I guess getting the lamp while you're already in a dark room, because it attaches the light of the lamp to you when you enter the room, but you're already in the room, so it doesn't. I don't think it knows where to put the light, so it just puts it there at a door. Now dazedcloud again doing what I thought he was not gonna do and opens harmless hellway, and now bomb jumps over to get the Swamp Palace big key. Not an important big key, but a nice one to have so that when you go there you can have one more check.
Yeah, I really like him checking a harmless hellway over the big key chest there, since he's already cleared full out the back, so you don't need to go there. The big key chest, he might want to align with the other chest later if he feels like it. And it's easier if you need to come back to get to that chest really quickly.
And of course he can do that harmless hellway check because he skipped the front door, keeping that closed, being forced to go around as he's doing right now. But Diesel's getting bullied by beetles. See that 3 times fast.
So dazedcloud is actually spending some time here, going back all the way to that one in logic chest. It's a scary chest. That's one of the most scary chests in Insanity, because because you quite often it's hard to check it with other stuff, and then you kind of just let it be. You don't really spend time to go all the way there.
Because of course that does bring him back and forces him to go around again.
Now DieselMartini is finding his welcomed items there. Also getting the nice bug when the torch goes out.
Yeah. See, I really think it's because you get the torch in the dark room. I really think that's the reason for that. Not really a useful glitch. And he's setting up his hammer jump. So why is it called hammer jump and not hammer jump?
It's me. Somebody thought it was funny, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe somebody in chat can enlighten us. Yeah, that lamp was very welcome. Of course, these players capable of doing these rooms in the dark, but it's so much faster, so much easier with that lamp. As Diesel takes a death warps back to the beginning.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to get quick kills on the mini helmet here with the lamp. But of course, dazedcloud had only the fighter sword, so he wouldn't have gotten that anyways.
And Dazed heads into Helmasaur King.
With quick swap, you actually have the option to throw 2 bombs at him when he cuts in. It's fairly reliable. And it will take 8 hammers just off the get-go, and then quick swap like the hammer. I know dazedcloud is well aware of that strategy, but chose not to do it.
Maybe Diesel would do it. And dazedcloud makes quick work of King Helmasaur getting his second dungeon clear. Ten arrows. Alright, thank you, RD Walsh, for some information on that. And it's not just Scandinavians, Sigma. I too, as a Dutch speaker, we pronounce it as a ye as well. Although we're speaking English now, so let's. So I'm gonna say jump.
The podcast wasn't paid. You got the mirror out of it. There was a biggie in the chest, wasn't there? The swamp house, yeah.
Yeah, Stomp Battle's Biggie in the big chest. And also they're finding the lamp here. The lamp was technically fire rod locked. The mirror, also very important item. So definitely a dungeon worth going to, even though they are both skipping the one chest in the big key chest.
And it's still technically out of logic until you find either flippers or another pod small. But
Logic
is usually not the most important thing to consider.
Yeah, logic. Where we're going, we don't need logic. And the chess game gives the big key to Skullwoods. Convenient find. Skullwoods is close. I wonder what DieselMartini is doing. I think he's running back to the pyramid ledge instead of saving and quitting.
Yeah, and he can actually mirror and get the 2 checks in Castle Tower too while he's at it. I'm a bit surprised that dazedcloud didn't go into Skullwoods immediately, but he got the big key, so I guess it worked out. But he needs to either drop down to finish the digging game or go up to Skullwoods when he's done, which is kind of awkward.
Yeah, having just come from that portal, it's a bit further out of the way. Of course, we know that from the digging game, he's not missing anything. It's also just 50 rupees, just like from the sick kid, apparently.
He does miss that sword from Stumpy though.
Oh yeah, and that's of course something easily routed in if he's going down anyway. Picks up a red potion.
So I guess Diesel skipped mirroring the Haggis Tower, or did he just do it really quick?
No, he skipped it. He checked the ledge and he's now making his way to Catfish.
That's unfortunate. Hope that doesn't bite him. Oh no.
That's gonna be quite a run to get back there, so that looks like that's gonna get orphaned for now. But unbeknownst to him, it is just 1 rupee on Catfish, so he's not really missing anything.
Yeah, this is a situation where we quite often just say, yeah, I'm not checking that anytime during the game whatsoever, whatever happens.
Yeah, he's the only thing he's now gained is paranoia.
Exactly, and that's something that probably haunts him, and he'll probably check catfish in the end. But yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get to see what's actually on Lumberjack Ledge. We haven't seen that yet. I think that was 20 rupees.
Yeah, I missed it.
I just saw a tiny red corner, but it was too sharp to be a heart piece, I think. And we're going up the mountain.
Yeah, that also makes sense.
Yeah, this the lamp kind of leads you there, as DazedCloud goes into the woods, Skull Woods.
Yeah, and if you can find a thieves and big key while being up there, that would be good.
So you can do front and back at once. Mitts on the old man. Now that's a worthy reward.
And there is everything in logic. Except that castle time smoke.
Wait, so what was in the big chest in
It was the
Oh,
flippers, so it really worked out for DazedCloud to go down to the village of Outcast first.
And that will allow him to also make his way up to Zora's domain. He has the money for Zora. He can get that sword off of the ledge and red key and another pod key, which will allow him to get that last chest in pod whenever he does decide to go back, but that will probably be a while. Also, picking up blue mail is a very, very nice safety to have, especially making his way towards Mothula now.
Yeah, there's no way DazedCloud goes back to the pod chest without picking up at least 2 pod keys first.
Absolutely, the game should be screaming, "This is in logic, go get it," or otherwise it's not really worth his time.
Yeah, like both the logic probably needs it pointing towards it, and he doesn't want to go all the way through the bow side to get that item.
Yeah, it's a long way there. So we find a mushroom in the basement of Hera Tower. Actually, question: if you go down the left stairs, is that basement, or is the basement in the behind the small key, or is it both basements?
Basement is the first one when you go directly left, which has tripped me off. Like my first practice seed in spoiler, when I said the basement, the Hera small key was all the way on Laser Bridge, and we went to get that, and then we figured out the basement was the other chest.
That is a bit unfortunate. We saw a heart container as well on Floating Island in the meantime, on Diesel's side, and we're gonna be seeing what opens up Turtle Rock. Is the Ether Medallion, which he does not have. And that goes back to what you were saying earlier, Top. How thorough do you want to be? Diesel did not do Agina's, and that's where that Ether Medallion was.
Yeah, it's probably not going to haunt him, depending on where Flute is. That's a nice sword, by the way. And also DazedCloud got a nice fairy before trying Mothula, so he should be more than safe.
Oh yeah, his heart count has shot up considerably, now up to 9 hearts, blue mail, red potion, fairy. All he's really missing is a better sword. Of course, we know that Tempered is already. He's got full butter sword available, with one on Stump Kit, one on Zora Ledge, and one on the mountain.
Yeah, so that probably means that Diesel might actually skip both Catfish and Zora, which probably will be nice for him.
Yeah, not needing that sword so much is not gonna be pulling him that way, and he does have the money for Zora, but it's a long way to go for just that one item.
Yeah.
And Mothlag goes down easily for Dazed. Well, he made it look easy anyway. And he gets a cape for his troubles. That puts Bumper Cave into logic. Didn't see... I don't think it's been checked yet as to why he's there. And again, Star Smolky in Paradox Cave. There's the other mail, so when Daze goes up the mountain, he will be getting his red mail, and Diesel will get his in Skullwoods. There's a Smolky to Swamp Palace there also in Paradox Cave, so that's a very important find.
Not something you want to find before Hookshot though. But he hasn't found a flipper, so it's still
True.
okay.
Oh, did dazedcloud run past Bumper? I missed it.
It might be to chain it together with the mountain checks. Or he already checked it. Not sure.
But it seems to me like something that you would look at while making your way from the woods to here, Desert Ledge.
Yeah, I totally agree.
River Ledge.
But it's still a few seconds, and if you're intending to go back up the mountain when you're done, it could be worth it. Not totally sure.
So he would go over there and then mirror to go up the mountain.
Yeah, that's an option. It's might
Oh
be
yeah,
worth to think about.
that'd be interesting. Yeah, I could definitely see that happen. I kind of want to see him make his way to the Zora domain first, because I'm very curious what Big Zora is holding.
It's something I would have agreed on if you hadn't already checked Catfish. Just continue over there, mirror, and check the flippers. But it's a little bit more awkward without when already have checking Catfish in this spot.
And just a compass. And yes, that's chat. He did indeed do the front of Thieves Town, all 4 chests, but there was nothing of interest there. Diesel doing Smith Chain in the meantime.
Yeah, he also skipped the front of Skullwoods. Interesting enough, which will work out for him.
Yeah, because he also has picked up that big key to Skullwoods in the Village of Outcasts. And you were absolutely right. Dazed went over there, checked Bumper Ledge, checked Lumberjack Ledge, and is now making his way up the mountain.
Considering how much time he spent walking back and forth through the maze, it might just have been faster to check it and then save and quit from to Sanctuary instead. But that's routing that's really hard to figure out on the spot because it's not scenarios, which often comes.
It's you're already trying to remember so many things, especially since this is Key Sanity, and remembering each possible scenario and the optimal play for each. It's a bit crazy.
Yeah, and if you would have the midst, then the scenario would change again. Then probably what it would do would be faster and 7 quick things. So there's a lot of small things to consider.
We're seeing fake powder from DieselMartini. Not quite getting it. And Dazed actually has... does Dazed not have the Spike Haven logic? Oh no, because he has the cape, but he doesn't have anything that would give him back magic. Like he needs half magic or a magic potion to make it in logic.
It is in logic with one magic extension on the cape. He has a bottle, so it would be in logic.
Hmm.
And
But
he
he
has
got
a
a red
fairy in there,
potion.
so he can actually just do it too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But I would guess he wouldn't do that. It's much more tempting to just do the east side. Maybe after he's done checking Turtle Rock, because no wait, he doesn't have the cane yet.
What slightly surprises me is that neither player opts to do the Hera bot to go and clear out most of Tower of Hera.
It's a little bit hard to do without the hookshot. Else, would I
Oh
go
my
with
god,
him?
yeah, they need the hook shot. Oh my, yeah, that's. I keep forgetting you actually. I'm always thinking, oh, you need the boots or a bomb, but you actually need a hook shot to pull yourself in. And Daze will be able to open up Turtle Rock. I'm expecting. Yeah, there he goes, doing it right now.
Yeah, he's probably just hoping for a cane here, or maybe don't hope for a cane. I'm not totally sure. You lack 2 small keys, so
Well, yeah, without the gain, he's not gonna go anywhere, but he'll get his gain soon enough. He's gonna slightly maybe regret not going to Zora's Domain before the mountain, but it's not really that much of an issue.
yeah, it really depends what's in the front of Turtle Rock, how much he will regret it later. I'm probably think he's fine not going in there right now, but if there's something in the front, then he'll be kicking himself later.
And now picking up his second sword, and I expect him to make it to Butter Sword really quickly. Actually, did Diesel have? No, he did. Where did Daze pick up the cape again?
Should be in Spirits.
I think it was a boss drop from Mothulite, I guess.
Alright, so that's actually quite out of logic then.
How so?
You need all 3 Skullwood's small keys.
Oh, to put Mothulite in logic. Oh, you're right. Yes.
Like, I saw a race a bit yesterday, I think, when one guy read the pedestal and it was a small key to Skullwoods, and that's something I truly wish for in my old dungeon seats. Because then you can just close out a lot of Guns Tower right after the get-go.
And we do have 4 swords in this game, definitely, and available. Diesel actually knows where the 4th sword is, as he has gone to Zora's Domain and saw it lying on Zora's Ledge. And there's the red mail for both players. Now, Daze does have the small key for Swamp Out now, but he does have the flippers. So, without that hook shot, some checks available. He does have the big key, so hey, maybe, who knows? Maybe there's a vanilla hook shot.
Yeah, he's probably looking at it and really thinking about it, but no, he doesn't want to go there. He will delay it to after Ice Palace, most likely.
Oh yeah, I absolutely agree. Zora's Domain, Ice Palace, plenty of checks for him still to do that are in logic.
But it's always an interesting part how greedy you want to be with Ice Palace. Like, most people just jumps in there immediately if they found a big key. But I think also a lot of people jumps in there without a big key, and that's, yeah.
And we're seeing Spike Cave out of logic here.
No, it's still in logic. He has magic extension.
But he shouldn't have the keep in logic.
Ah, right. Yeah, never mind.
And just a piece of heart. Where are you going, Dazed?
I think it's checking the island with the flipper checks.
Well,
If
yeah,
he didn't do that.
both players checked island and they noticed a small key on there.
Alright.
But neither player has picked it up, so we don't know which one.
Ah, and it still hasn't done the stump, etc.
As well as the digging game, you're absolutely right.
Which kind of comes back to his opening choice by how we routed. Like, that's the issue with this kind of opener, like you did. These 3 checks will kind of be isolated.
As Diesel now goes into the multi fight, much better equipped than Dazed was. He had a fighter sword and blue mail, while Diesel has a tempered sword and red mail. Very quick work of that fight, as Dazed was now picked up his tempered sword as well.
So it'll be interesting to see if he'll pick up his gold sword. Probably not. It depends. Kind of. If he wants to jump into Ice Palace, maybe it's a more reasonable choice to just pick it up on the way.
So you're thinking that? Wait, are you talking about Diesel or Dazed? Because I'm expecting Dazed to go pick it up as he's there.
It's more likely. I think he will pick it up because he will probably go to Ice Palace when he's done with the flipper checks. So it's sort of on the way. You don't want to save and quit for that. You can just walk back instead and pick up the sword with it.
Oh, I don't remember actually. We saw Diesel attempt fake powder earlier. Did he actually? He didn't quite get it, and I'm wondering, did he eventually get it, and I just missed what the item was, or did he give up on that?
Pretty sure he got it. I can't remember what was there. Oh, you did? Okay.
Chat saying he abandoned it. That's
Huh, I thought I remembered the animation, but yeah, I'm probably wrong.
Both players now have the small key to Thief Style, so whenever they get the big key, they'll be able to clear everything, not have to skip that big chest.
Okay, that's the go signal. I didn't realize the Ice Palace big key was there, but that's really a go signal for just go to Ice Palace.
It looks like he'll be doing the purple chest first. Do we see purple chest for Diesel?
I don't know.
Well, Kodo Tyrant, not all of us are American. Some of us are European.
I guess Diesel will grab his catfish and Sora checks. I guess he goes to Sora then.
With that mirror, absolutely. That catfish is not that much out of the way anymore. If he can do the rest of the Zora domain checks as well. Now we have a small key to Ice Palace from the purple chest, which Diesel did not pick up.
That's an unfortunate mirror bunk from Diesel there. With quick swap, I actually would. No, maybe not. But it's like you can deliver the potion and then just quick swap back to the mirror. Don't even need to set up the mirror bunking properly to do that, if you're fast enough.
Just 10 arrows from the mushroom though. DazedCloud choosing to pick up a green potion and a bloom potion.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. You're like it, especially with the Icebreaker, you're more likely to run out of magic in Ice Palace. So just picking up the extra security is nice.
The players are indeed still missing that half magic and no Bombos tablet to rely on. I'm surprised DazedCloud didn't go to Zoro's domain while he was there. It was not out of the way.
It's a little bit out of the way. Like, I can't agree with what he's doing here. I would like him to just go Hobo Island, then clearing out Ice Palace, and then do the sword checks after. And then you have a nice saving point from there. You don't need to walk all the way back.
Also, he's jumping down here to mirror to Hope, to the island to get that small key, and then he can use the world. Yeah, I get where you're going from. So it's a more efficient routing, but still getting those checks in.
I probably would want him to go to Hobo before doing this, but yeah.
Zoro with the big scam.
I guess it says to mirror, so yeah, maybe I'm wrong, just wrong.
And 1 hour into the game, there's Butter Sword for Diesel. As these get some love from the Hobo. Now we're 1 hour in. No boots, no flutes. This is really slowing down the players and going for the long haul. We're not seeing a lot of double dips here, so that there's they were able to clear Eastern Palace out first time, Palace of Darkness out first time, just leaving one chest behind. Skull Woods fully the first time, and only the front done of Thieves done. So there's very minimal. They can now just do the entirety of Ice Palace as well. Which they have entered simultaneously. DazedCloud, of course, not having that red gain, so he can't do Icebreaker.
Right, he didn't do that first. I still agree with what he's doing, it's just a bit unfortunate where the rain can was.
Yes, of course, my view of what is right is, of course, a bit skewed by the knowledge that I have that, of course, Daze does not have. Of course, with that small key and a bomb jump, he will have no problem clearing out this dungeon smoothly anyway.
Yeah, it would. The small key is a lot more worthwhile if you're doing the bomb jump than if you're doing the can, but it's still worthwhile. But it won't help with the time that DieselMartini will save doing the Icebreaker.
That's a very smooth Icebreaker from Diesel. And there's the Bombos medallion. That's a nice find, of course, without the half magic, breaking the ice on Cold Stare much easier, much faster.
Yeah, I wonder if DazedCloud is going to regret picking up the safety magic when he finds the Bombos.
Well, even if he doesn't need it, I don't think he will regret it.
I agree with that.
But then there's another blue potion in a chest.
It looks like DazedCloud is a little bit out of practice with the bomb jump. Or
being spoiled with Icebreaker. Can't forget to practice
no hook
that.
Shot there either.
Yep. There's the magic powder, so Diesel will not have to fake powder anymore.
Remembering to blow up the floor as he did that hook shots. With quick swap, blowing up the floor is probably faster either way. I haven't timed it. And now you can see the issues with not having that small key has to run all the way back.
And without the hookshot, he will have to also bomb jump over that ledge.
No. Oh. Well, the hookshot part is already accounted for by the icebreaker.
Doesn't he need to hookshot to get over to Ice Tea Room? Oh no, he enters that through here. Right, never mind. I'm confused, never mind.
It is maybe faster to go back the other way and just use the hookshot, like in the room he's in now, to just use the hookshot back, but it's not that major.
Getting bullied by that fire though.
Yeah, and here this guy can just drop down, so he will have a much faster ice tea.
So the whole dungeon does take Dazed longer because of the bomb jump instead of icebreaker, but having that key makes up for a surprisingly large amount of time in this situation. Of course, not everything. He still has to go check the big chest over here.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see how much time loss and gains different equipment set gains or loses. And which route you decide to pick with the current items you have.
I'm slightly surprised that Diesel does choose to go for the fire rod despite having the bombos medallion, and
Yeah.
he mirrors out.
He both forgot the bombs medallion and forgot the blue potion he picked up in the dungeon.
And he uses it now and is probably hitting himself in the head. That's a big time loss. Being a very deep dungeon.
That really doesn't feel good.
And DieselCloud using the bombos there, making it easy for him.
It's very hard in the heat of the moment to remember everything you pick up along the way and how to use the item properly.
DieselCloud not having a very smooth cold stare fight, but he does get it down.
And now I'll probably be really happy about this next check or two.
I'm expecting him to go to Turtle Rock fairly soon. He does have 2 small keys, and as soon as he goes over to this Zora area, he will have his red cane.
Yeah, it doesn't have the third key and I already done the mountain trip, but considering it doesn't really have that much left in logic, like you can do Castle Tower for instance, but yeah, you're probably just going straight to third rock even if you like that one key.
Because of course we can check Laser Bridge with just the 2 keys, so there's a lot of possibilities. Picks up his 4th bot key. That's not gonna send him back there just yet.
And quite often the third Turtle Rock key will just be in Turtle Rock, so you can't wait too long before trying.
Chat speculating that having that cane threw off Diesel's inventory game and caused him to mirror out, so better not to have the red cane apparently.
I'm not sure I'm buying that one, but
Sorry chat, we're not buying what you're selling apparently.
and dazedcloud also decides to pick up that sword. I'm not sure I agree with that, considering he's already got nice powers, and it's probably just Turtle Rock will regain time back.
And Ganon ever so slightly.
No, not really. I know dazedcloud. Well, it depends on how well he executes the 1-1.
That's really the only place, yeah, that you can get it. You're right, because of course, if I remember correctly, then it's the spins do the same for tempered and butter.
Yeah. I know dazedcloud can pull off the 1-1, but I'm not sure. Well, as far as I've seen him, he's not that consistent with it. So
But of course, with a butter sword, that 1-1 becomes child's play.
yeah, then it's just free.
And Daze is now heading up the mountain. It looks like he is going to Turtle Rock as I expected. Finally, a racer doing something that I expect him to do.
Yeah, what about Diesel is thinking? Is he finish up mirror checks, or is he actually jumping into Swamp Palace? Like, he might feel a little bit behind after mirroring out of Cold Stare, so maybe he feels like doing the Swamp Palace gamble.
Looks like he is heading a different way, though.
Yeah, remembers that small key.
That Pickle was so proud of his possession, but both players just stole it right out from under him. The flute in the compass chest of Turtle Rock. That's a bit late, but definitely a welcome find, opening up the entire mire area.
Yeah, now it's actually a little bit interesting, because it's not unreasonable to, after checking the firelocked side here, just mirror or 7.2 Sanctuary and releasing the bird, and then just hoping the 2 Turtle Rock keys are in mire area, or at least one.
And I just realized that they don't have the Mr. Meyer big key nor any small key. Of course, small keys not absolutely required, but making routing a lot easier.
Yeah, that's true. It's my suggestion is probably worse without the mire big key. So
Not a Skullwood small key, almost putting that cape in logic. But they've already checked bumper, and Dace has done spike, so it doesn't really matter.
it has a lot more to say about where the keys, etc. for pen dungeon is, wherever you find that third Skullwood key pops up on.
And the magic bat gives a piece of heart.
So chat was correct on that. Yeah, always trust chat.
So dazedcloud opting to go further into Turtle Rock after that firelocked room. So hoping to get some more stuff off of Laser Bridge. And also the big chest, of course, and Mimic Cave. There's a lot of checks available right here.
It's a little bit scary to go all the way Nah, because most likely you want to save the portal. But the biggest issue with portal is if you still have Swamp Palace open, you can't save the portal anymore if you need to go to Swamp Palace first, and it's usually a lot of checks there. But of course he will try to save the portal when going to Mire area. Probably not going to keep it for that much longer. Or wait, he's probably going to save and quit. Yeah.
That's what kind of what I'm expecting as well, and then Sanctuary to activate that flute. I see a small mistake on the tracker, but it will be corrected momentarily as the small key to Ice Palace will come out of that purple chest for DieselMartini.
Okay, maybe it's not going to the Mire area immediately then. With that big key to Thieves then he picked up.
That's, yeah, he can clear out the entirety of Thieves Town. He needs to go to Kakariko anyway to activate that flute. That seems a convenient thing to route in.
Yeah, and there's not really anything left over there for dazedcloud when he goes there, so there's no point delaying it.
And there is your Ether Medallion, Diesel, even though we don't really see it as you froze for us.
Yeah, so it is expected that he too climbs the mountain, I would guess.
Yeah, he does have the same equipment, Ice Rod, Fire Rod, Cane, and the 2 keys for Turtle Rock that Daze has, so I'm expecting that exact same routing.
Or he's going to Swamp Palace.
Without the hook shot, though.
Or he's going somewhere else.
What is it? Oh, do they have the 5 and 6 crystal? They do. The big bomb, the Pyramid Fairy is available.
Ah. Okay, but this time we will certainly mirror and check the castle tower, right?
That's what you said last time. Oh, and there's another key to Palace of Darkness for dazedcloud, making that last check easy to do for him. He's not going to be doing it right away since it is still a bit out of the way for that just one check, but it's possible now and fast.
Yeah, and it's also pretty deep into logic. Laser bridges, yeah, still 3 turtle keys, so I don't expect him. That will probably be one of his last locations to ever go back to.
Big key to Ganon's Tower in the Pyramid Fairy chest, as well as a small key to Desert Palace.
That's one of the more scary places to find that particular key, which can totally have a chance to flip the whole scenario of how the match is going.
Oh, absolutely. Depending on how long it takes Daze to make his way over there to check that same check, it could end up being something that he does later. I'm expecting him to do it at the same time that he's thinking of doing that pod chest.
I wouldn't expect pod chest. I'm more thinking about the castle tower checks with it.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
But if he's already cleared 7 crystal dungeons before that, then I'm not so sure he will go there.
Oh, he might end up doing Ganon's Tower in the hopes of.
Well, that probably feels bad for DieselMartini. Finding the boots in that check, which he has the opportunity to check pretty long ago.
Yeah, he had the opportunity to get that, but only now picking that chest up. But he doesn't know, of course, that Daze has not done that, so that boots will speed him up considerably.
Yeah, it has never really been a nice time for dazedcloud to check it. DieselMartini have now had 2 shots where routing it in was kind of natural.
And there's the last key to Skullwoods. But not anything that they can use, as they've already gone through both players. Now doing those boots checks, we've checked King's Tomb, now Bonk Rocks. But both don't deliver.
And with the small key on the library, if you can manage, if that's a turtle rock key for instance, that would be really good for DieselMartini right now.
Well, absolutely, enabling him to clear Turtle Rock while he goes in there for the first time, only skipping out on Lava Chests. Well, speaking of Turtle Rock keys, there's the Turtle Rock key in the attic of Thieves Town. Boots were in the second chest of Castle Tower in the Dark Maze. And the library small key ended up just being a small key to Ganon's Tower.
So the only two unusable small keys we have not accounted for should be the Castle Tower key and the Tower of Hera small key. The rest is just for convenience, as far as I understand.
Yeah, I think the Misery Mire key is just for convenience, and so they need a Turtle Rock key. But
Alright, it technically could be a lava chest. That's true.
well, but they don't have a. Oh yeah, because Dazed has. Okay, I'm sorry. I was looking at Diesel's key count, but Dazed does have that third key.
Yeah, I found it in Thieves Town.
So having that, they don't really need any other small keys other than the Castle Tower one. And Diesel doing that Swamp Palace play that you were saying that you really don't want to see. Hopefully for him it pays off, but the chances are stacked slightly against him on that matter.
But it's a play you're more likely to do when you know you did a little big issue which shouldn't have happened, like Coaster. You're more likely to do those kind of plays then.
In the hopes that they do pay off. Very smooth blind fight from Dazed.
Well, that puts the boots in logic.
So that was the small key to Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, which gives the Castle Tower small key, right?
So we also got a small key to Tower of Hera from Diesel, so that enables one more check. Alright, vanilla hookshot. It's not a thing. French vanilla still possible, of course.
Yeah, checking if it doesn't find a hookshot there, like checking the two left side swamp without hookshot just feels really bad.
Oh yeah, because if you ever want to have to come back for that second chest, I mean, you have to route back and go around for that second chest. It's a lot of walking.
Yeah, and if there's a lot of small enemies there, you usually take bites of you while trying to run there too.
And despite having the wreck key and bombs available, DieselMartini not opting for Diver down here.
And that's a convenient big key to Mystery Mire.
So that's like hiding your house key in your backyard in your shed. That sounds unsafe to me.
Yeah, exactly.
And chat being mean as usual, hoping that the hookshot isn't very deep into Ganon's tower, which of course, with Swamp Palace being a pendant, is a possibility as far as I can remember.
Yeah, it. I think it's depend on where the second Ice Palace small key is. If that's hookshot locked or not. With the cane, they can skip one key, so I think it should be in logic if they found a second Ice Palace key somewhere.
Now, Dazed going into Desert Palace, it's gonna be interesting to see what's on that torch because Dazed does not have the boots. And there's the last Turtle Rock small key, which will allow Diesel to clear it out completely without in one dip. Well, not completely. He's got to miss lava chests, but he'll be able to kill Trinex on his first time there.
Yeah, that's something he really needed with this Swamp Palace dip, so he can fully clear it in one go. The fourth Turtle Rock key is behind two Turtle Rock keys in Turtle Rock, so he won't be getting that before climbing. So
yeah, needing the Thieves Town big key that you get from the Mimic chest. That's yeah, double dip required if he didn't find the one in Swamp Palace.
Didn't DieselCloud have a medallion for Mystery Mire or something?
Apparently it is just Ether as well, according to our tracker. Thank you, Will WC.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that it didn't jump into Mystery Mire. It's a little bit awkward without a small key. Like, actually, without a small key, it's like you're just rooting it in, so you skip both the Fire Rod side.
Will makes a great point. Without boots nor hookshot, you can't really enter Mire.
Yeah, that's true. That's one of the things I easily forget.
And now we're going to see Diesel get his piece of heart from Spike Cave, and Daze will be getting his Ganon's Tower big key from the Pyramid Ferry, as well as a small key to I actually don't remember.
Desert Palace.
Ah, yes.
And since you just been in Desert Palace, I think you lost that key.
And he's gonna go pick up his boots in Castle Tower as well.
Yeah, remembers the mirror here. It's really easy to forget, especially if you're not used to Kisanti. Forget these two checks.
Diesel having some trouble navigating in between the rocks with that spin speed. And I wonder if he's going to check the chest in Hera while he's here, while he's on his way to... Nope, he's on his way. He just goes straight to Turtle Rock.
Yeah, it's just check it out.
Now, I know you can...
It's unlikely that they find Turtle Rock key there, so...
Now, I know that you can enter Misery Mire with boots, but does the randomizer consider that in logic?
Yeah, it's absolutely logic.
So similar to that one chest on in Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, same principle.
See, I'm learning more and more every day. And one day, I too will be able to do a seed in under 2 hours. But not Kisanity. That's what's so amazing about these racers. They make this look much easier than it really is. There is a lot of practice that goes into these runs to be able to do this so smoothly with such great execution.
Speaking of hookshot KO, the first chest, what will be there?
Let it be the hookshot, please. No, it's a big key too. Tower of Hera.
That's kinda nice.
Which now opens up 2 checks in Tower of Hera that Diesel has available.
Yeah, and now we got a little bit awkward choice, because now it's Hera is a lot more tempting just to see if you can get that extra Turtle Rock key first, but it's not worth it in routing wise.
Yeah, both these chests taking a bit of time. He does have the boot, so he could do the... oh wait, he's still missing the hookshot for the Hera pot. So he's gonna have to do the slow climb, and then also the waiting room in the basement. These 2 checks do take quite a bit of time. But if you leave, then, well, then it takes even more time to just get back here. And yes, the flute is in the compass room of Turtle Rock. Which is unfortunate because Diesel did not have the ether to get into Turtle Rock because he skipped Agina, but he did have the red cane when he was there the first time. So if he had done Agina, he could have gone in and gotten the first 3 chests in the compass room and as well as the firelock room, because he did have the fire rod. So that would have given him a very early, well, much earlier flute as compared to Dazed. Because he did have the red key because he went into the waterfall chest out of logic where it was held. And with Butter Sword, he makes very quick work of Moldorm.
And there's the Desert Palace pick, so I can do that forward too.
That's convenient. I mean, he's right here in Mire, so afterwards he can mirror again the Desert Palace like he did before, but this time he can just get everything.
Yeah, and one thing I personally would like to do in this room, in this situation for Dazed, is to actually not do the left side of Mire. I do not expect him to do it, because if you do that, when you're routing the right side afterwards, you can spend the key on the door right here, and that will save some time. And the left side is, since he doesn't have any keys, it's kind of far out of logic. But of course, the Castle Tower small key never cares about logic.
It could be anywhere. And so we see Diesel getting that big chest in Hera, but then backing out and not doing the coffee break room in the basement.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's such a long check, and it's stuff kind of is kind of open for him still. So I like it.
He's getting beat up there by slugs. And as Chad points out, yes, indeed, Daze being able to clear Turtle Rock. Diesel being able to clear Turtle Rock here on his first time in, with only skipping the lava chest, is gonna save him quite a bit of time as compared to Dazed.
Yeah, he will learn a lot of time, unless there's something in the lava chest.
In before it's the second Castle Tower small key.
Yeah, that would be the worst, probably.
A shovel, adding another check available for Dazed. Fetch quests, gotta love them.
Yeah, it's such an awkward extra check, because you rarely can manage to do it together with Stumpy. So dazedcloud used the powder there, which I'm not sure if you set up spooky or not, but that's probably going to mess that up.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
I think that the powder is messing up, so you can't use the spooky action glitch unless you set it up in the basement again. So we have to do that now.
They set up spooky action, of course, allowing him to do his fire rod tricks in the basement. Does powder cancel that out? I don't actually know either. Yeah, you're not allowed to use Samaria, lamp, or magic powder until you reach the first floor of the dark basement with the force switch. There is a way to cancel it out. If there's still dust coming off your boots from the charging, then it still works.
We have seen the fourth Turtle Rock Smoky. Daze got it in Thieves Town.
But of course, a Thieves Town big key is required for that, which will be momentarily found from by Diesel in the Mimic chests.
Yeah, so there's no way you manage to have all the 4 Turtle Rock keys before going in. But in all dungeon keys out, yeah, that's not something you expect.
Imagine having all keys to a dungeon before going in. That's not how we do things here. And with a cape and a butter sword, Daisy will make very quick work of Vigil here. He lost all his small eyes already and just a couple of bow shots. Oh no, he's done that. He's just slashing away at Vinny with his sword.
Yeah, I guess that's what the gold sword was for. Dash strats.
And with that down, Daze will most likely be heading over to Desert Palace now. Just getting ready to mirror on the ledge already.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised they mirrored there instead of mirroring immediately. But, it's not that huge of a deal either way.
Choosing to go into the front first, getting the big chest and the 2 chests hidden behind the small key. Now he does have the boots, but the torch only contains a 20 rupee, so he's gonna leave that alone. To answer chat, if we're gonna be looking at it with that logic, then technically every item you find is a fetch quest. Every item that is required for Go mode is a fetch quest.
But isn't that how key sampling works? You find a small key and now we have a fetch quest. If you follow the logic.
This entire game is a fetch quest. That's why it's called Legend of Zelda, because it's actually a fetch quest for Zelda, where she fetches Link to solve all her problems. And we see Diesel here now on Trinex, making very quick work. Of course, 3 slashes on each head with the butter sword will clear that one out. Does not quite get the water head, but he got it now. And they's going into land Molas with the fire rod in hand. Almost gets the one cycle, one of them gets away.
So that gives dazedcloud all the 7 crystals.
Oh yeah, because it's Tower of Hera that he skipped out on. Swamp Palace, also because he doesn't have the hook shot, and Thorough Rock. So he has access to Ganon's tower. Do you think he'll be going there soon, or
I was about to say yes, but I was...
I think when he was fluting, he was thinking about it at least, because he was hovering that 1 for quite a long time. But we might see him go into Swamp Palace now, just as Diesel did, which is a great thing for Diesel because we already know that he won't find anything there.
Yeah, so this is just, if he goes into swamp, this is a time sink for days, unless there is something in lava chest. Because if he goes up the mountain now, he'll probably just do Turtle Rock, and then skip lava chest too.
Oh, he did pick up the book. I didn't see where he got that. Did it drop from Landmo?
It was in the Mire area, if it's Desert or Mire, I'm not sure.
Congratulations, you've cleared Misery Mire. Here's a small key to Misery Mire.
I'm surprised they walked all that way to just check the book. Obama's medallion.
So it was on the right side of Desert Palace. Thank you, chat. And Diesel now making his way through Thieves Town, going into the back right away, because of course he has already done the first 4 checks.
But I do believe those as how Ice Palace was. Considering you found a big key early, you could have often bolted the key, of course, downstairs, and then you would be locked out of the last key without the hookshot. So I think looking for Gan's tower for the hookshot is a mistake.
What else could still be in Ganon's tower that has an effect other than the castle tower small key? I don't think anything.
No, I don't think so either.
Or the hookshot could be in the basement of the waiting room, behind the waiting room in Tower of Hera, because neither player has checked that. And we're seeing this good old mirror play again, retracing each other's steps. Daze now making his way through Turtle Rock to the end so he can clear out Tranex as well, as Diesel is doing the same for Thieves Town. You're absolutely right, the very first chest of Swamp contained the Hera small key.
Oh, of course, I shouldn't do logic on stream. It's only the hookshot side, which is hookshot for Ice Palace, not the boss.
So hookshot could still be in Ganon's tower, you're saying?
Yeah, it's I just messed up a little bit there. I don't think we found anything on the hookshot side in Ice Palace. Maybe chat remembers if there was something there.
I don't recall either. A little bit of trouble at the end, but Diesel does take out Blind without too much trouble as Dazed heads into the fight with Trinex. Again, 3 slash to each small head, solving that side of the problem.
So Diesel also got his bits in logic. Probably not thinking about that.
So we're going to be seeing Diesel now heading over to Meyer, with Desert Palace following right after. And we might see Dazed go into Ganon's Tower right now. He's up the mountain anyway. He does still have that big key to Hera. Will he check that one first? I don't know, but here he's still, and he accidentally picks up the skull that he needs to bonk off of.
Yeah, that's so easy to do. I see no reason for why I shouldn't clear out Terra before going into Ganon's Tower. It saves a mirror transition, but yeah, I still wouldn't go for that.
Of course, he didn't have the big key to Tower Hera. He just picked it up, and he doesn't have the small key. So only now did it actually become a possibility. And you're thinking, no, do it after.
No, you mirror first. Like it's you have the hook
Oh,
shot
yeah.
to make it easier. Still at the launch.
Of course, he could just clear out Ganon's Tower all the way to the end. He does have the big key, so if he's planning on doing that, I absolutely agree that Tower of Hera is better because otherwise you end up on the pyramid.
You do save a few seconds in mirror transition. If you still need to exit Ganon's Tower looking for a hook shot later, but it's still not a concern you should think about, I think.
Actually, is Ganon's Tower clearable without a hook shot? I know it's possible to bomb jump over the Moldorm ledge, although it's hard.
You need a hook shot to complete it, but there's a lot of logic implications in Ganon's Tower without hook shots. Like in the climb, the first 2 checks will be in logic, and the 3rd check will be with 3 Ganon's Tower keys, which Diesel have, but Dazed doesn't. And I guess without hookshot, the compass gesture is actually in logic with a few keys.
Dazed has already checked the tablets, and it contained nothing of interest. Well, there's that 3rd small key for Ganon's Tower. He just needs that hookshot and the last castle tower key for go mode.
So I guess it would start with the right side here. Oh, we did have 3 GTs ones. But it would probably start with the right side just to check if we can get hookshot, and wait with the other 2 on the left side, which is still open.
No tile room first. I am disappointed.
It's way too much time commitment.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's always the wrong call, but it's still funny.
Oh no, I've seen a few races which have been the right call this week. Yeah. Well, it's still a wrong call.
No. I don't agree. The result does not mean that it was the right call.
Yeah, exactly.
You can make the right call and have a bad result. That does not make it the wrong call. Another Misery Mire small key. Wait, King of Burma does not protect you from getting knocked off by the fire?
It does. He probably just ended it too quickly or something. Like he needs to be worried about his magic here, so I guess you just do it the proper way with no issues.
So that's how you're supposed to do that hallway normally. Okay, well, now I know.
And I'm wondering if it's correct to check the big chest there or waiting for after ice armors, because they're going to the left side after no matter what. But you do have the mirror, so
Yeah, I think it's the correct call here because if with the mirror you can just exit and after you're done with the render room.
like you're getting 2 extra rooms, but then you will also save to running back down the stairs. Yeah, it's tight, but it's probably working. I wouldn't give an answer before actually timing it, which I know.
Yeah, Armos on ice, very easy to make small mistake leading up to this red guy jumping on you. And there's the hook shots. Well now, Dazed, are you gonna exit? Are you gonna finish? He is gonna finish. Oh no, he's going to the left side first.
Yeah,
Probably gonna go pick up an extra key.
You do the left side there. Looking for a castle tower key. And
of course, yes, I said it earlier. He does need that castle tower key for the for go mode. But then, as soon as he gets that hook shot, I got so excited that I forgot all about it. Half magic is of course a nice find.
Martini picking up a safety fairy before Interest. Probably smart.
Does have the cape though and butter sword, so even without half magic should be able to dash strat through and kill all the small eyes before the cape runs out, and then with 30 arrows, easy. Easy.
If you're thinking about the cape, it's not that always that easy to remember having the cape.
Playing it very safe, down to 1 heart. Very keeping him safe from an accidental death. Castle Tower Key could be on pedestal. Still a possibility.
Just giving them early against tower access, not caring about the pedestal.
Well, that's Cannon's tower's bottom side empty, and we're gonna see DieselCloud. Nope, he's going to the right side. Did I miss something?
Check tile room.
Of course, tile room.
Yeah, tile room has been coming up much way too often this week than I thought is statistical probable.
Statistics mean nothing to the individual. As dazedcloud boomerangs these tiles. Gotta keep busy somehow. Diesel now also having his book. He gets the riot shields.
Definitely worth it.
Just slow down the game a bit with a little bit more lank. dazedcloud deciding, nope, I am out of here. I'll come back
Yeah,
when it's time to finish.
You must have remembered anything new. Oh, a hookshot kill. Yeah, that's a good call. You don't want to make an extra mountain clear for this. And 3 checks is kinda high at this point in the game.
I'm glad he remembered, because yeah, I sure didn't. Just quick though. And now the question is, will he be doing the tile room in Hera? No, it looks like not. He's going right in.
Yeah, he didn't have the smoke yet, did he? Wasn't there something you mentioned?
Oh no, because that's in Swamp Palace. You're absolutely right. So, in the meantime, we have DieselMartini going to Lanmo. We're spending a lot of focus right now on Daze because he is in Ganon's Tower and finding a lot of items and checks that we haven't seen yet from either player. But Diesel is just trying to stay with him in the race for as much as he can.
Yeah, he'll be picking up his 7 crystal too soon and will be making his way up to Ganon's Tower, I would expect.
But even with that, I would say that Daze does have a considerable lead with the basement already cleared and now making his way up the tower.
Yeah, like I would say, like there's one potential shift there, and that is if Diesel is checking that lava chest in Turtle Rock.
That chest having the key, the last castle tower small key, that would be a bit of an upsetting turn of events.
And there's also Hera, so yeah, there's at least 2 spots which can swing heavily.
And there's the flute to 1. And now that Diesel has cleared out Landmo, Daze will do Landmo 2.
And I'm not entirely sure why that Lamo didn't die to sword hit and fire rod shot, but it's probably a sword poke or something.
But despite that, he still made very quick work of that. These are going to go check the ether tablets.
And he skipped the Hera basement, so I don't expect him to do that before going to Ganon's Tower at all. This was his best opportunity to root that in. And I was going to say Daze nicely calculated his magic, but he barely did not.
Yeah, that's easy to be short on that despite having half magic. And the map to Ganon's Tower in Ganon's Tower, so useful so you can find your way to Aghanim. And Volume 2, that was quick.
And it seems like Diesel skipped over lava chest. I don't blame him. But that's probably going to close the door.
Now, if of course the Castle Tower small key is behind the hook shot in Swamp Palace, then that spells the end for Diesel, most likely.
Yeah, and it will most likely just go to Swamp Palace immediately too, and then it's leftover checks. I'm not entirely sure how many leftover checks we have left, but I don't think it's enough to make up the time.
A nice double there. And that's, I got 2 done.
And it's also a bit unfortunate that he still gambled that the hookshot was on the hookshot chest and checks on the left side, so you probably need to do the left side too when he's done with the found the hookshot.
Gambling on the tile room here. And the last small key to Palace of Darkness was in the dig spot. Okay. Oh, the Castle Tower key could be there. In the big key chest of Palace of Darkness.
That would be really unfortunate for Diesel. Like, he had the option to fold there. I don't blame him, I would have done the same thing myself, but if it's there, he had the option to get it really early. Just having some issues here with the right side room. It's not well used. Room you practice a lot, so understandable.
Yeah, that right side room is one of the rooms I was looking forward to the most to seeing racers run, so I could learn how to do that decently. But then it turns out that you just almost never do that because in most cases you can just avoid doing it entirely.
Yeah, it comes up way more often if you're a cross-world player, but other than that, it's usually not something you practice. And I know DazedCloud is playing cross-keys quite a bit, so...
And Armos on ice once again being a bit annoying. But Diesel makes very quick work of them, and his hook shot is his reward. I'm most curious as to what we'll be seeing here in Swamp Palace. Daze deciding to go to the back first, but nope, you don't have a small key. You need to go pick it up on your right. There you go.
Yeah, it makes sense to go to the back first when you're only looking for one item.
Absolutely, you have 4 items available here, 2 in Diver Down Room, which we'll be seeing momentarily, 1 in Waterfall, and 1 off the boss.
Generally, in Key Sanity, I like to go left side first, but not this situation.
It's not Key Sanity so much anymore as just finding that one last item. Oh, 2 small keys, 1 to Ganon Star, 1 to Misery Mire, 2 times Excitement Peaked, but ends up being nothing.
Well, I guess left side of Mire is in logic now. Not that that matters anymore. Trying to go for some quick touches there, didn't quite get it.
And despite not getting those hook dashes, makes quick work of Argus, and there's the second key to Castle Tower. DazedCloud goes into go mode at 2:07, 30 seconds. So he'll be climbing that tower, defeating Agate 1, and then going for Ganon.
I guess it's pretty relieved to find that key there. Else he needed to go back to most of his abandoned checks, which I could have gone so much earlier.
Yeah, he knows he could not have gotten this key any earlier than this, so a sigh of relief, as you say, from him.
Yeah, if it wasn't there, I guess Queen Pen would probably check that really fast. But other than that, he's starting to worry about the lava chest, he's starting to worry about the
Pedestal?
pod and pedestal, yeah, all of those. Well, pedestal is actually not that worrisome, because you still need to go to Gunstar for that. It's more about the checks which you didn't check, which you could have checked a lot earlier. But we still haven't found our silvers, have we?
Yeah, having done so many checks, all 4 swords, we have red mail, we have half magic, but silvers? No. Of course, silvers could be on pedestal, yeah. Chat makes a good point there. Or it could be in lava chest, or it could be that big key chest in Desert Palace. So many possibilities still, despite being so far into the game with so many checks done.
It's a little bit heartbreaking when you're throwing a pot at them and the pot just gets blown up right at the enemy's feet.
Feels unfair.
Yeah.
And as Diesel goes into land mode 2, Daze will be going here into Aga 1.
Getting up that nice hook dash on the stairs. And a pretty nice one cycle from DieselMartini.
And despite being behind, showing that he is a very high quality player just the same. That's still good. Okay, that's one blue ball from Aga 1 in the meantime.
The dream is
That's
alive.
2. This one is a guaranteed blue, so that's 3.
No, nothing is guaranteed blue.
I thought every first one of the cycle was guaranteed red and every fourth one was guaranteed blue.
No, the first one is guaranteed, all the others are 50-50, more or less.
Well, that's 4 blue.
Aww, big dream.
Still 5.
DieselMartini, remember to pick up that one key. It's not often you go into Gandalf's tower with 3 keys and you need that extra key.
And that's Aga 1 down for Dazed.
Oh, that's unfortunate for Diesel.
Gets pushed off by Trolldorm 2. Quick first phase for dazedcloud.
Yeah, he's
Use
not
the
going for
move.
anything extra, he's just hitting him, not considering any hard strats.
Yeah, with 19 hearts, you can take a couple of hits, so you can just go all the way, and he's into phase 3 now.
Having
As Diesel is approaching.
already that lamp ready.
As Diesel is approaching Aga 2. And the basement of Tower of Hera has the silvers. So he gets the fire glitch, the torch glitch, and he's now making quickly. How many spins does it require to defeat Ganon without silvers?
With Gold Sword it requires 12 spins. Same with Tempered.
That's still a considerable amount of spins.
Yeah, it's getting nice doubles, but it's missing the triple so far.
And Diesel has taken care of Aga 2, so he now too will be making his way to Swamp Palace. But as this continues for dazedcloud, he will be finishing up. There goes the big. All done. He just has to hold on, and he held on. Did not run off the edge. Let's get some GG's in chat for dazedcloud of Spoiled Leftovers. And we have dazedcloud here with us today for an interview. Days, GG's.
Hey, GG's there, bud. God.
That's a good start. Let's hear the rest of your reaction.
I have 7 checks left in the entire game. I mean, just at some point there, like I'm know that swamp is like when the moment I see swamp is green pendant, I'm going, ah, oh, dear God, I'm praying that it's not mirror or hookshot locked in GT. And sure enough, like the moment that it's hookshot and I'm sitting there and I'm going, okay, so like, do I go ahead and just immediately climb GT or do I dip swamp looking for a vanilla-ish hookshot? It just like, I didn't feel good either way, and so I went for GT and it was just like, oh man, so I just went and pulled it out of the total back. Love the logic there. Yeah, fun seed.
Yeah, moving through the right side of the GT required to get to Ice Armos to get that hook shot before you can clear the left side. It's definitely something that was interesting for us to watch.
I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, if it turns out hookshot's not there, I'm still gonna just sequence break over to the left side, look for that castle tower key, I think. But, I mean, like, the thing I was scared of is that the game was gonna do something stupid and put, like, hookshot in one of the Helmasaur chests up on top. And I had no idea what the way to play that one was gonna be. But, yeah, luckily it didn't come to that. Phew.
Yeah, that was a moment that we all were very excited to see. But the moment that I was that excited me the most is the two small keys that actually Diesel just picked up in Diver Down Room. Like, see that small key? Yes. Oh no. Another small key. Yes. Oh no.
I'll be honest. When I saw that Hera key, I almost screamed. I was just like, "Are you? No, bad game, bad. That's a very bad game. Don't do that." But I mean, luckily, it wasn't that one. That was only silvers.
Yes. We were wondering if Diesel was going to do that because he did pick up that small key because he went into Swamp Palace without a hookshot.
Yeah, no. I was wondering. I mean, that would see it. I didn't hate doing the play. I thought about it. I really thought about it, but like at the same time, I'm figuring I can probably survive it not being in GT. So I don't know. It was bad. Did you guys like my pod route there?
Oh yeah, you cleared the same amount of pod as Diesel with one less key. Of course, it took you a little bit longer because you didn't open that front door. But it was still very smooth and
it was smooth. Oh god.
Well, it looks like you didn't okay. We didn't see you hesitate or be stuck anywhere. You had to go around a couple of times, yes. But we knew that going in that was a very big possibility, and when we saw that you skipped opening the front door, we knew that was going to be what you were going to be doing. There's no way around that.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of one of those things, like going in there with 3 keys, I was like, oh, God, I wish I had 4, and then I'm going in there and I'm thinking to myself, maybe I should, just like talking to myself while I'm doing it, like trying to figure out, I guess I'll just like go and skip both Harmless Hellway and that, and what I should have done, honestly. I don't know why I didn't open up the front door. I just figured I didn't want to come back there this time. I figured I had probably a bit of an, I guess, I don't know, I'd say maybe a bit of an execution advantage, so I could spare the time to do not optimal routing there, but still felt pretty bad going around in circles there 3 times.
As we see, Diesel still running here through Castle Tower on stream. We do have him available for an interview, so he'll be joining us momentarily as well.
Oh, yeah, that thing, ick. To just, like, going through that thing and just getting your castle... the moment I got the hookshot, I'm like, okay, the castle tower key's in swamp. I mean, it's gonna be in swamp, but you can't, like, immediately climb, because if you're wrong, you're gonna be really wrong. But yeah, I wasn't surprised even in the slightest that it was there.
Not surprised, even though you didn't like it.
Oh no, I hated it. That's pretty much the comment for the seed. Thanks, I hated it.
If there was an option like Diesel had Deep Swamp earlier, gotten both the Hero Small and the extra Turtle Rock key. So there was a possibility there to just flip the race a little bit if he had checked those checks, but he decided to skip out on both of them.
Speaking of which, I will be pulling Diesel in here now. DieselMartini, GG's.
Thank you, GG's.
Yeah, GG's there, Diesel.
So Diesel, what are your first impressions of this seed?
Well, you guys probably talked about this already, but love that hook shot and Aga Tower 2 key placement.
Yeah, man, that thing was amazing there.
Yeah, I was...
Absolutely.
It was crazy trying to find those things. I was looking around for the longest time trying to find them. I orphaned a couple of checks on the mount, and I didn't go back and look in Hookshot Cave after I got the hookshot. I thought maybe I should do that looking for the key, but ultimately, I knew I was behind, so decided to risk not going in there and head straight for Swamp, which paid off, but it was good.
Now, in this race, there were a couple of things where Diesel was able to save quite a bit of time, actually, as compared to Dazed, which was being able to do Palace of Darkness faster by opening the front door because you did have that extra key. Being able to do Ice Palace faster because you did have that the red cane for Icebreaker. As well as there was one, and of course being able to clear Turtle Rock in one go because again you had one more key when you went there the first time. We know you lost some time having to do Ice Palace again because of the accidental mirror and the dip into Swamp Palace as well, but that's some time gained and some time lost. Where do you think the biggest time difference overall comes from?
Well, I mean, it'll be interesting to watch it back early on, but like you said, I did Palace of Darkness because I found a bunch of those keys. I felt like the seed was kind of pushing me that direction. So I did that early, which apparently did let me pick up some time, but man, that Cold Stare fight, I don't know what I was thinking. I think I just had a senior moment there where I ran out of magic and completely forgot that I had a blue potion. So I mirrored out of the dungeon and then immediately realized, wait a minute, I have a blue potion. What am I doing? Then I had to redo the whole dungeon. And that's kind of when I knew it was like, all right, now I'm way, way behind. I mean, at least mentally, that was the biggest time loss for me. As far as the Swamp Palace dip, I was, I still needed the hook shot, but I also still needed some keys and some things. And I knew that it was either going to be, progression was either going to be in Swamp Palace or T-Rock. And I thought, because I lost that time on Cold Stare, I'm going to gamble and hope that it's in Swamp and try and make up some of that time, because I knew there were more checks in T-Rock and that was probably the smarter play. But since I was feeling behind, I was just hoping that I would be able to pick up some more time there, and it didn't work out this time.
That's exactly what the thought that Top said as well at the time, that he figured you were motivated by feeling behind to go into Swamp first.
That's exactly what it was, too.
But like you said, then in Ice Palace, when that happened, we were all a bit confused. But we could see the confusion from you. We didn't need a face cam. We just saw you open your menu and go through it, and we saw that you were confused as well. The other thing that confused us a bit was the fact that not only did you have a blue potion, you decided to try and crack open Cold Stare with the Fire Rod, despite having bombos.
Yeah, that whole fight was kind of a mess. I don't know what was going on in my head there. I mean, after I mirrored out, I was trying really hard not to get tilted for the rest of the race, but that was a big setback.
And do you think that makes is the biggest reason for being behind, or are there any other things that you can think of that could be a big difference between the two of you?
I made some mistakes in my GT routing. I'm not used to going through the basement of GT without the hook shot, so I accidentally went left side and wasted some time over there. But I think that Ice Palace thing, which led me to then make the bad choice to go into Swamp, those two things combined are really the biggest time loss.
Any thoughts on this, Dazed?
No, I mean this was just it wasn't an easy seed to route after a point. I mean, getting the boots in Aga in the castle tower there, you know, I mean, like you were walking for 90% of this thing. It was just a slow, kind of torturous thing there, and oh man, I'm just can we have cross keys back, please? I want cross keys back.
So you want to replace these 2 to 2.5 hour matches with 4-hour matches? Got it.
No, man, they're 2.5. They're still 2.5 hours, but they're much more fun.
All right, Top, do you have any more questions for our runners?
No, I think you covered most of it.
And you guys, any more last thoughts about today?
I just want to give a shout out to all the crew who made the restream possible. I appreciate the restreamer, trackers, comms. Thank you guys so much for putting this on. GG's to dazedcloud. Had a great race. Really appreciate everybody's work.
Yeah, I'll basically say the same thing. Thanks to anybody who got up to do this. Thanks to Will for tracking and doing everything's Top, and you there, Reeve. Thanks for doing the comms here. I'm probably going to watch this back in a minute and have a very, very, very stiff drink because that was fun.
Well, I'm sure you've absolutely deserved it. And yeah, I want to thank Will WC here because not only did he do tracking, he also restreamed it, doing 2 jobs at once while Top and I were here doing the easy job of commentating. Top, I want to thank you very much for commentating together with me, and I want to thank everybody as well for watching. There's plenty more randomizer action available throughout the day, and some more matches tomorrow. We have here the schedule on stream. Thank you. And let's have a look at the current time. Our next match is at... actually, there's a match going on Speed Gaming 2 right now. And the next one starts in half an hour. But, oh, that's not... that was not going to get streamed. It's going to be on Speed Gaming 3 at 1:10 p.m. as well. And as you can see, more matches today and a couple tomorrow. And next week we start with week 7, which is Co-op Enemizer.